live button. Hello, everybody. Anybody out there? Hello. Post a comment. And also, if you need to give StreamYard permission to use your little icon. So.
Okay, so YouTube was working fine.
Okay. Well, I can hear too much actually.
Okay.
All right, because I don't see anything on YouTube.
Nothing has happened on Facebook yet.
It is now. All right, everybody's coming on. Hello. We're using a new platform. So, as always, we're testing it. Hello from Ohio. Hi, Rebecca. I'm glad you're enjoying the projects. I am super excited. Someone wrote me a beautiful note today, and I have to get back to them to see if we could use it as a testimonial. Hi, Lori. It was just lovely. And what we're finding out with the Serger Box is either you love it or you hate it. There's no in between here. So make sure you tell your friends and in your groups to come on and subscribe so we can keep growing. Hey, Robin. Robin is sort of local. She's in the Pittsburgh area here in Garnet. What a great name from Iowa. Hey, Amy girl. Another Amy. Except she's young and beautiful. Okay, let's see. So we have till 6 o'clock before we actually start what's kind of in the box. So we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. I've never done both at the same time. So if it works out, that's going to be our new normal, because we have some members that just don't use Facebook and just watch the recorded classes. So maybe we can coax them over to the YouTube side to see. I know you want to. See, Susan already opened her box. She goes, "What are we doing with a dang thumbtack?" Well, I'm going to show you. We're trying to, and Jim's been very helpful. You're going to meet him in the class video. And we're coming up with some projects that are kind of unique that you probably wouldn't use your serger on. But that's kind of where we're trying to go here to really get you from stretching. You're welcome, Rebecca, for doing YouTube. I know. And I honestly should have done it long ago, but we're ready now. So we got everything all set up so we can see everything. I'm looking to see what time it is. We still have a couple minutes before we do the box opening and the class, and waiting for people to go on. Does anybody have any questions while we're waiting? Gosh, I can't even remember what we did last month. What did we do last month? I totally lost my mind. I'm always like on to the next thing, on to the next thing. So what do you guys feel about doing another garment project? Making like a kind of like a soft, flowy like jacket, like out of a reversible knit. Oh, we did the wine mat. Thank you. I'm sitting here looking at the remnants of it on the shelf. Yes, the woven mat. So hopefully you enjoyed that and you got that done. It's kind of why we're doing it every other month with the project. So I'm thinking about maybe if you guys want to do another garment, if you're ready. Rebecca says yes. I'd like to do more garment sewing. The problem is finding the pattern that kind of fits everybody. Or if you're okay with just the fabric and a pattern recommendation where you can kind of pick your own pattern. And even if it's not the same, but it's similar, you're still going to get the construction techniques. I'm thinking about doing one of those little jackets that kind of ripple down the front. We'll talk about taping shoulders so you don't get stretch, how to finish it, different finishes you can use, maybe even how to insert a side pocket with your serger. So there's a lot of things. Hello, Pat Bauer. Pat's one of our locals. Oh, San Marcos, California. I'm not sure where San Marcos is, but Ed and I were supposed to be leaving tomorrow for Lake Tahoe. And it's for the Brother Sewing Machine dealer trip for, it's like a reward for selling machines. And because the air quality is so bad in Northern California, they canceled our trip because I guess the mosquito fire is 30 miles-ish from where we were going to be. So that's a bummer, but I totally feel for those people, doing in that fire situation, because you just can't escape the smoke and the ash. And from a family of firefighters, it's not pleasant on either end of the deal. So Rebecca's okay with a recommendation. So I'm trying to see where my clock is. So it is 6 o'clock on the dot. And give me 1 second here. We can see. All right, perfect. I hear the store phone ringing. Hopefully it's somebody who can't find the class. If you have not joined our text group yet, I'll have to make sure Ed puts the number up. And I don't pester you except a reminder when his classes are live, when there maybe is a new product, or when I have a tip up or something like that. That's what we're doing. Hello, Joanne from Virginia. All right, so are we ready to see what's in the box? I know some of you already opened your box, and there's a handful of you that haven't gotten your boxes sent yet. And that has to do with when your credit card is charged. I can't create a shipping label until the day you signed up. But we're going to work on trying to migrate you all into one day of the month where all the credit cards are going to hit. But it's so we have to kind of delay yours a little bit. Hope they've been going out, 5 or 6 a day. So the bulk of them is almost already delivered. Here we go. So we got our box, right? It's not about the fancy box, is it? No. Let's head over here and take a look at what's hiding inside the box. We got our tissues, and look what's right on top. It is a silicone tool holder. And I know you guys have gotten tweezers and scissors and different tools. Let's open it up. And so you just take your tools, you keep it by your serger, your tweezers, scissors, screwdrivers, anything you want that fits right in. And I don't know if you're seeing it, but it's kind of lavender. I think there's some lavender and some turquoise. It looks blue on the screen, but it's just the camera color. So you get your little tool holder, and then inside your tool holder, be careful because there is a flathead thumbtack. And it's just taped in there nice. You've got some coordinating thread, but here's what I got to say. It's a trick or treat box because there's 2 different fabrics out there. Somebody got fall and somebody got Halloween. So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. Everybody got a spool of the Wonderfill, the Fabulux thread, variegated to match your fabric. You got beautiful buttons, whether you got pumpkins or maybe you got Halloween buttons. I'm not sure. Maybe everybody got pumpkins. I'll have to look. I don't have all the kits open. You got 2 coordinating pieces of fabric. And again, you may have the Halloween fabric. Nope, that's fall. Maybe they are all kind of mixed. Maybe they're mixed matched. How about them apples? You can tell I didn't pack the kits this time. So you have enough fabric to do our project. You have your tip sheet, a picture of the finished project, and then how to get here, and then your little tip sheet, which is fun. So you have all of those goodies in your box, and you're going to go, what on earth am I going to do, Amy, with those, with that thumbtack? Well, I'm going to show you. So these are some pumpkin buttons, and hold on, let's see. Here's the pumpkin buttons. I'm gonna have to root around now. Fine, but some of them may be a little bit different. So, and no, I can't sew a button on with my serger, but we are going to be making circles. But here is the cool thing about that. So this is what the Halloween thread looks like for those of you who got the Halloween fabric. These are both fall kits here, so you either got the variegated for fall or you got the Halloween fabric. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to need a little piece of duct tape or painter's tape or something like that to make this happen. You're going to get squares. Now, the directions, Jim did a great job. I think there's 45 pages with color pictures that you can download at amysews.com. When you click on your class, where we post this class and the recorded class, not this class, when we record the class or we go live with the class, the PDFs are there for you to download step by step, a ton of directions. So you're going to cut these little squares and this little blue tape. This turns into this. So we're going to make perfectly finished. You can't even tell where the stop and start is. And we're going to turn the fabric into this. We're going to be making faux cathedral windows. And it is totally finished on both sides. Look how pretty that variegated thread is. And this is quite firm because there's some fusible web in here, which is so you need a little bit of fusible web to make it happen. But anyhow, so that is what you are going to make. And it's nice and flat. So it makes the perfect placemat. It makes a table runner, coasters. If you just want to make singles, that's fine. Because I know we're trying to make it more, or our goal is trying to make it more of a usable project in the end. I know we started just kind of doing techniques, but this way, if you want to finish something, fine. If you don't, you've learned it, and then you can use your fabric for other things. But where do the buttons come into play? The buttons come into play because I thought if you were just going to use this for on your table and you weren't going to put it like a plate on or anything, those little buttons can go in your intersections, especially if your intersections are bad. Not saying your intersections won't match up, but I'm just saying it kind of gives you a little bit of a room, a fudge room, so to speak. And plus the buttons, I'll lay this down with the buttons on, plus the buttons give it a little more, so you can put your buttons on the ends, just down. So you have your little leaves. You can arrange them any way you want. You want to put them in the middle. You can put them in the middle. It's hard to see what the buttons even look like. They're just cute little pumpkins. And the other ones, there's fall leaves, and then there's some sort of a Halloween button, which perturbs me why I don't have them here anywhere. Sorry about that. Well, anyhow, you're going to be surprised because it's trick or treat. Trick or treat. That's it. So yes, it's fun. It's usable. And this would be no different other than I wouldn't use the fusible web, and it won't make sense when we do the class. This is a great way to make a quilt top, right? Easy peasy serger quilt top. So we're excited. So before, and a lot of you guys just kind of jumped in now, and most of you watch this as a recording because the West Coast time. I'd have to do something about 8 o'clock at night here, 8 or 9 o'clock at night here to make the West Coasters fill in. So anyhow, most people watch it after the recording's done. So we talked earlier, for a lot of you jumped in, about doing a garment project, like a little flowy kind of jacket. We could talk about taping seams, finishes edges, hemming, that kind of thing. So I'm always open to suggestions. So we have that planned. Then we have 2 or 3 serger projects planned going forward. Another one is another zipper bag with prairie points. If you didn't do our very, very first class, we're going to switch up and do another zipper bag, maybe even like a zipper tote bag. And then we talked about doing the garment and a jacket project. So, okay. So anybody have anything, any questions about the serger, the decorative threads? So you're just going to want to find 2 other threads that match this. Your needle thread, I would probably recommend matching your whatever your fabric is going to be on the inside of your square. And then the lower looper can be just about anything because, well, the decorative goes in the lower looper. I just lied to you. The upper looper can go just about anywhere. So that's it. And then we also did the class with the fusible thread, remember? And so the fusible thread could also be used in this project. April, a lettuce hem for a shirt. You know what? I think I'm going to do that just as a tip because it really kind of dresses up a sweatshirt. Jim and I talked about doing actually a sweatshirt jacket. We're going to buy a sweatshirt, but we're going to finish the front of the sweatshirt, add some pockets and things like that. That's also an option. And I know this is kind of streaming on the Amy Sews channel as generic. So we have Serger Box, and then we have Scan and Cut Box. And so some of you get both, some of you just get one. And I just put up the text number. If you want to join our text group, it's going to ask you for privacy to be a third party. We're your third party. We don't sell them. They don't go anywhere. They're very private. At any time, you just hit stop and you can opt out. But I don't text all the time because I want you to, just when we have classes, when there's something going on or a special event, it's the only time I use it. So I don't want you to think I'm going to drive you crazy. With that. But for those of you with the serger, so you'll need a little piece of tape, you're going to use some fusible. Everything else is in your box. Wrong what? I don't know. Something's going on with Ed, so hold on.
Wrong text group.
Wrong text group. So don't use that number unless you want Scan and Cut text. You'll get those too. So each group is separate. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about the grape mat that we did? Hopefully you guys got it done. That's why we do every other month. I know it's really hard, especially with the holidays coming, to get everything caught up. So that's where we're at. And just note, the cruise is in January. Cruise number one is the 15th, starts the 15th of January. That's OESD. It's going to be an embroidery cruise. Cruise number 2 is Becky Thompson from Power Tools with Thread. We're super excited about that. And we just added cruise number 3. So that will start the 29th of January and go into February. And that's going to be Becky Thompson again. She sold out so fast. So if you guys want to hop on the Power Tools with Thread cruise, there's a Facebook group called Sew, S-E-W, and Sail, S-A-I-L. And you can connect there, get information. I think there's also a link on the Amy Bachman Sew and Quilt page as well. That's just amybachman.com. All right, Ed's fixing the number. Everybody's being so quiet. No questions, nothing, nada. All right, so one more thing. Do you want to see the finished project for the Scan and Cut class? This is a free one. So on the Facebook page, I think on the Amy Sews page, you just have to sign up so I can send you a link on where to download the FCM files. So we are excited about it. Let me grab it. It's going to be using your 24-inch mat, and we're going to make this lantern. It's going to finish as like a door hanger or a wall hanger. If you don't want to hang a wreath on your door, this is kind of like the perfect size to hang on your door. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a basic applique class in between there. And I'm just going to show you how to plan your quilting. So it's a little more than just Scan and Cut. If you have embroidery software, you can take the FCM files and just print them and then cut it out if you would like. Let's see, how do you post a photo of a finished project? So Susan, I have on Amy Sews page, you can just, when you write a comment, just click on your camera and it should upload a picture. You can always, if you really want me to post it, you can send the picture to support@Amy Sews and I'll put it in the Facebook group for you. Ed has the right number up now for you to join the text group if you'd like. So the Scan and Cut is a free class, right? There's a kit available if you want a kit. And then the best news is the second one's almost done. So you're going to have a series of 3 lanterns for winter, Christmas, and spring. So you'll be able to have 3 of them. And again, I'm going to keep them free classes. If you just want to buy the kit, that's fine. So everybody is so quiet. Why aren't you guys chatting with me tonight? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Any questions about? So remember, save your thumbtack, and it has to be a flat-headed thumbtack. If you lose your thumbtack, it just has to be very flat on the bottom. You're going to need some fusible web and some painter's tape. But this happens to be duct tape too, which peels off very nicely. So don't panic about it. You can see a little tiny hole in there. But anyhow, your serger is actually going to cut the circle. You are not cutting any circles. The serger is going to cut the circle, and then the serger is going to finish the circle. So we're making this as powerful as the serger can be. Some little extra items you may not know about. And when that comes to cutting with my serger, if you've made continuous bias where you cut it and fold it, it looks like 2 flags, and then you skew it and then you sew it, and you have all these markings, and you have to sit there with scissors and cut all these tubes to undo your whole piece of continuous bias. No. Take the thread out of your serger and just cut on your line. Just run it through there and let the serger cut it out for you. So there's no sense working so hard with scissors. As you get older, scissors hurt after a long time. So let's see. Nothing. You guys awake? All right. I think we went through what's in your box. We talked about what you're going to need for your class, which is always the 3rd Tuesday. And so the live class is, again, going to be both YouTube and Facebook. So we're excited about that. And if you, inside your box is how to get in to get your class. There may be a couple newbies in there. So the class will be recorded and live. So you can go back and watch it. And so if you're watching on YouTube, and I just planned a whole bunch of YouTube things other than our classes, make sure you like and subscribe so you get a little bell that rings when Amy's live on YouTube. I know the motivation card got screwed up at the printer, so I apologize. You will have a new motivation card next time. I love my little motivational speaks, but I'm not sure. It was just too late to get them done in the end, so we blew it, and we'll fix it the next time. But I'm glad you missed it, because I wasn't sure how many people just chuck it in the round file bin. A little something extra. All right, so you don't need anything super special for the next class. You should have everything in there. Just go ahead and post on Facebook whether you were tricked or treated. And they're all treats. But if you got Halloween or fall, I'd be curious how the mix went. So anyhow, yes, you're welcome, Rebecca, about the binding. There's a lot of things you can do with your serger that's why we're here, is to continuous. And someone made a comment, and I get the comment on both the scan and cut and the serger pages. Oh, I don't cut that. Oh, it's so basic. Oh, I know how to do that. Realizing what we're doing is teaching you foundational pieces that you can go, oh, I can do that now. I did that. I can do that. So that's kind of what the goal is. There's more project-based with the serger class, but just let me know. You want a jacket? You want a tote with zipper? Do you like the garment thing? If you made the gray t-shirt, I have plenty of that fabric, and I don't know how we'll logistically figure it out, but if you would want it, I don't have enough for everyone, but if you would want your jacket to match your t-shirt, we could use that yardage and send that to you, which would be awesome. So you could have a set. Yes, and if you are new to the serger box, I do have some of those t-shirt kits left if you'd want to make up a t-shirt, and then you'll be tagged to watch the video. Okay, let's see what we got. We got some things. See you next week. Tote with the zipper sounds good. All of those. Janet showed up to class. She had enough fabric to make a skirt and a t-shirt out of her gray knit from the t-shirt class. It was beautiful. So Janet, you definitely need that 3rd piece. Then we're going to make you a killer belt and some big funky earrings. You're just going to rock it. We're going to accessorize, get you some 4-inch stilettos. Oh, that would never happen. Not anymore. Yeah, the sweatshirt with the lettuce hem, I think that's just going to be look at these glasses. I can't see with them. I can't see without them. I don't know what's going on. And no, I don't want trifocals. So, yes, that's just an easy tip. It's sweatshirt season. And I was at Walmart the other day and they had some really pretty heathered fall colors and small up to 2X, I believe, maybe even 3X. So when you're out poking around shopping, pick up a nice sweatshirt. We'll do the lettuce edge. I like it on the sleeves and on the hem. It just adds a little something. So let's see. Do I offer any colors of the t-shirt fabric available? Let's just bring it up here. Do you have any other colors t-shirt fabric available? You can tell us where to get it. Let me make sure to make another one, different colored sleeves. I do not. I ordered, believe it or not, I ordered 600 yards of that fabric. And it's hard for me to get that kind of volume. And I wish I could say yes, but we sell very little knits here physically in the store. No matter what I have, it's the wrong color. So the answer is no. I ordered it from a wholesaler out of New York, so I can't send you there. But Vogue Fabrics in Chicago have the beautiful interlock knits. And what's that place in Sinking Springs, Ed? Sinking Springs, PA. They have a big online thing too. I'll have to think about it. Terry, the nicest knit. I'm glad you like that because what I buy was yardage leftovers from a designer collection. So that t-shirt was probably $100 t-shirt. No lie. There's 3 yards of fabric. So I can get them on a good deal because 600 yards to most people is nothing, in the garment world. So we're excited about that. And maybe one of these days, Ed will let me go to New York City to shop in person to come up with more things. I've got to have a shopping trip out of it, right? All right, lady. Oh, Fabric Mart in Sinking Springs. Yes. They do. I don't know what their life is like now, but pre-pandemic, I would stop there on my way back from Atlantic City. So you can check them out as well. They do a nice job. So, all right, everybody. I think we survived. Yes, a box opening. I will see you on the 3rd Tuesday live here on Amy So's Facebook and YouTube. And then next week, I'm starting the recorded class to get it done. And then it will be up there. So your PDF directions, if you want to get them ahead of time, are they uploaded, Ed? They're not uploaded yet. So hang on. They'll be up right at when the class, for the full class, it'll be there. So you'll be able to find them. Very good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me because the more you know, the more you sew. Have a great week.